And I know we're tight on time here, but I would be remiss to let you go without asking you your thoughts on geriatric pregnancies. Are they a thing? What's going on with that term?
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. So it's so funny. I always that term is like it's a giggle. But yeah, so a woman who is older than 35, and if she becomes pregnant, she's considered a geriatric pregnancy. And it's always so funny to me because I wonder, like, okay, so she's 34, and then what happens? Like, she turns 35 a month later, and suddenly there's like
That's
all
it.
this risk,
Yeah,
like
game
what
over.
is like linear time is just a funny concept to me for so
Yeah.
many reasons. But um, yeah, and so she's encouraged to do additional screenings, ultrasounds, additional blood work, just to keep a closer eye on things.
Mm,
They'll say that her placenta could age more quickly. It's the calcification of the placenta is not typically something that I've analyzed over, let's say at this point, 2,000 placentas, and I've seen calcification happen in maybe a dozen of them.
mm,
And those clients were giving birth around, 41 and a half, 42 weeks. And it was an even serious calcification.
mm.
Calcification is when you start to see calcium deposits in the placenta. So, if there is a lot of it, it could detach from the uterus, which could be dangerous from the baby because now the baby has no oxygen. Have there been cases of calcification in younger placentas, like at 38 weeks, 39 weeks? Possible, in certain circumstances, not common. And so that's going more into the due date
Yeah.
conversation. But as far as a woman being 42 years old and giving birth, I've not seen issues with her placenta. They might also make the argument that because she's older than 35, her eggs were older and she's at higher risk for the baby's at a higher risk for developmental defects. I have not seen that to be the case. It all depends on also how we view Down syndrome, for example, where they say it's more common in older women. I have my personal beliefs about what causes Down syndrome, which, can go into another conversation another time, from more the German new medicine perspective. So,
Mm,
it all depends on how we view these things and what we're willing to believe. I've been at births with 18-year-olds. I used to do a teen mom pro bono program as a doula, and some of them had really challenging experiences, and it didn't matter that they were 16, 17 years old. So physically they were still
yeah.
having challenges, and I've seen home birthing women at 48 years old, you know like a boss.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'd say that it's a misconception, and it's just a way for a lot of entities to just cover their bases. But from my perspective, from my smaller petri dish in my world, I really don't see age to be an issue, and I think that term is really damaging to the
Yeah.
psyche and the unconscious mind of the woman.